In doing so, I hit stop sharing, and it actually ended the recording. Um,
Strike one.
yeah, yeah. It's not supposed to be
Strike one.
recording.
So you got messed up. You messed up
It's
big
not
time.
supposed to be recording my research. Have to do it another way.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
Oh, here we go again.
yeah. I see it.
Remind me.
It's happening on my
Remind
end.
me. I bet it's the six. Remind me. I slept like about 2 and fell asleep in the chair and woke up at 6 o'clock.
So
Slept in my chair
yeah,
all night.
we're recording again. So
Okie
yes,
dokie.
sir. So we got Owen Hart, Miss Elizabeth, and I believe also Chris Benoit as well.
Uh,
For
maybe. Maybe. You already putting this matches back on the East site on YouTube yet. But still up in the air about that. Because I saw a few matches already on YouTube from WWE shows. They put West Benoit back on WWE.com. So maybe, but I don't know when. Because also his wife's family is stopping that too.
yeah,
That's what he did to his wife and kid.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, do it on your phone. It's easier. You don't stop recording.
yeah. So also this guy's also been announced for the Hall of Fame a few years ago, but he's never been inducted. Batista.
He still
Um,
has problems with WWE. He says no still. He's what he they ask him and he says stopped him or not. He says yes or no. He said no, he's still not want to be in Hall of Fame yet. He thinks he still have one more good run in him. He thinks he can come back to WWE and try to do it again. He says he's not done yet. So he wants to wait till he fully retires. He's not retired, he just left wrestling. He's just finds time to come back whenever they want him back. As far as I know, they don't want him back because of his attitude. And that's probably stopping them too.
every time he
And
comes back, his matches.
attitude problem. Is a big ego.
Every time he comes back, his matches are not up to par, though.
He has big egos. His head is he's a big ego. Is what's doing it. He thinks he's better than anybody else. It's a big ego. That's why they're putting the whole thing to him.
Hmm,
He still has that ego.
You know, other guys that people are wanting
Guys and
in
girls.
include The Rock and Vince McMahon.
The Rock still denies. He still want to go in there yet. Not until he's ready. He's already said no several times.
Okay,
Who was the other one?
Vince McMahon.
He'll never be in the Hall of Fame because of what happened. He does not own WWE anymore, so he'll never be in the Hall of Fame. Never.
They put his daughter in. So
She helped inspire the women in the WWE when did the evolution. That's what got her in, but she wasn't in the Figure and Finch yet until recently. After all, she did a lot for women's wrestling, what Vince wouldn't do. I mean, it wasn't for her. You wouldn't got all these women today coming in because she wanted women to wrestle, but they did not. But then he just threw them to the wolves, and Triple H ran with the women, got them in there, and was accepted it.
mm, the Big
Because
Show.
always the only were all TNA to him.
Paul
The
Wright, the
wrestler.
Big Show.
Who? Big Show?
Yeah.
Not yet. He's still wrestling, but when he's ready, he's probably gonna say yes. But as right now, he's saying no.
Okay.
Because some of these wrestlers are saying no because they still have much in their career left. Not wrestling as much, but they don't want to go in there because they're not retired yet. You know what I mean? Big Show's possibly coming back to WWE. Rumor has it for one more run, then he'll probably be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
He wants to go against that almost, I heard. Wants to do something with him. Because they're both big guys. He likes the big guys, so he might be coming back for that. You never know. That's probably why everybody brings some wrestlers back.
There's also a guy that was rumored to come back before WrestleMania this year, but he resigned with AEW, Chris Jericho.
Yeah, he's gonna stay for like one more year. And he's gonna go back to WWE next year because right now it's not doing too good, and he's kind of hesitant going back because everybody's getting released. All the major stars, and he thinks because Rusev went back, he just got released. Aleister Black went back, he just got released. You know what I mean?
Rusev is
People are trying to release
Rusev
him.
had a match this past Monday.
Yeah, but he's still under his contract. They said he was released. It's still under his contract unless he changed his mind and resigned because he's announced him on the list earlier this year or late last year.
Because
He's
he's
on one
having
of
a
the list.
feud with,
I think he decided to take the pay cut.
you know, because
Aleister Black didn't want to do that, so he left.
Rusev is having a feud with Rey Mysterio right now.
But you didn't hear me. He probably took the pay cut after he announced he's about at the end of his contract. He's going to release, and he probably negotiated the contract after that. His name was mentioned, and he took the pay cut. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was officially announced, but it wasn't officially done. His contract wasn't done yet. Yeah, like a few weeks left, so he resigned WWE and took the pay cut.
Okay.
Aleister Black did not. He left. Rumor has he's probably go back to AEW. That's the big rumor.
Let's see if you know this name, the Destroyer.
Which Destroyer has been like there's three Destroyers. There's Mark Calloway, if I remember right. That's the one. That's Super Destroyer. Then there was one, I think it was Matt. I forgot the other two were. Oh yeah, one was Bill Eadie, Demolition. He's in there already. He was the original Super Destroyer in the 70s. But the third one, I keep forgetting who it was. I know it was Eadie, the next guy, and that was Mark Calloway before he took his mask off and went to Smoky Mountain for a while.
Dick Beyer.
Dick Beyer, thank you. Yeah, he's kind of an old time wrestler. Well, Bill's already in, so is the Undertaker. Dick, it's not much of a big name. You know what I mean? The WWA's got him in their Hall of Fame, but it's not much of a big name for him. Like he didn't do much for wrestling. They do like see where people did a lot more wrestling than him. A lot of people did more than him. So I don't think he's going to be in Hall of Fame, but already Undertaker and X is already in there. That's what Big 85 saying is very real. E is X of Demolition. Okay. He was in WWE one time as another wrestler. Probably the other wrestler. I know he's on the mask the first time. So I think he came back another wrestler. And then he came back as X. I forgot what the second incarnation of his wrestling was. It was the late 70s. I forgot what he was in the late 70s. Yeah, because I know he came back. He was Superstar the first time, and he came back something else, and then came back as X.
Okay. What about Jim Cornette?
Him and WE, that'll never happen. Jim don't want to be part of it. He didn't vocalize. He don't want to be in the whole thing. He hates the WWE for what they did to him. Treat him like crap. Put him like a second fiddle. He didn't like what they're treating him, so he said he's never going to the Hall of Fame. He don't want to. He voted it so many times on his podcast. Even if I sure it was on YouTube, I asked him, he says, "No, I'm never going in there." He refuses. That's what happened to him in there. So he'll never be in that Hall of Fame. Never. Not by his terms.
Rick Martel?
Should be, but I think right now he wants to stay away from wrestling. He's doing his thing in Canada, and I don't think I ever asked him. Because he's in there 2 times. Remember the first time? First time was and I guess he's speaking English. He's teamed with Tony Gurria, who could speak the language, and taught Rick Martel speaking English before he went to the AWA. Started speaking more English, became champion there, and then came back to the model. Because when he grew through them, he had no English dialect whatsoever. He was French Canadian. And Tony Gurria was French Canadian. It's the only way he can team together so they can talk to each other in their language, what they're going to do. And they started teaching them English. They got pretty good English when he was in AWA, but when he got to WE, he spoke perfect English. It took him a long time to learn the language. But he should be in the Hall of Fame, in my opinion. Great technical wrestler, very high flyer. You can do it all. Yeah. They even brawl. So he can do it all.
No.
He should be in the Hall of Fame. I don't know why.
In honesty,
There's,
this next
who?
one could have gone in under the British Bulldogs, the Dynamite Kid.
He had a bad time. WWE sued him.
Yeah.
He did not want to be part of WWE at all. He would try to get a ring in before he was crippled. He said no. He wanted in the Hall of Fame. He said no. British Bulldogs maybe have their kids because they're both gone. But that's the only time I think they're going to do it is if they get all the family together and do it together. Right now it's still up in the air. No one's accepted it yet, but the Bulldogs should be in there. I would say when he was alive, Dynamite didn't want to be in there. But now he's dead. The kids might want to put him in if they ask. You have to ask first. There's still a lot of people that got to be in the Hall of Fame, and they pick who they want. I got a name for you.
Okay.
Bray Wyatt.
Yes.
They put Eddie Guerrero in the Hall of Fame. Why not Bray Wyatt? After he died.
They keep on saying, "Oh, it's too soon. It's too soon. It's too soon." Well, how long is?
They said about but Eddie Guerrero had a longer career. Bray Wyatt didn't have much. Didn't have much of a career, not as long as Eddie's, but
yeah,
you know.
I mean,
but I think it might be too soon for him because I think they were waiting a little longer. He wanted to put his father in first because he's a longer tag team with his brother-in-law. They put him in first just to do his career.
Yeah,
that's why he did that tribute to his son at the end of something speech.
Yeah,
I wish still wants him in there, but it's going to be a little while longer. I think it's going to be another 2, 3 years.
Yeah.
For the put him in.
Isn't the Midnight Express already in the Hall of Fame?
Nope. I don't think so. Let me check. Is Midnight Express in WWE Hall of Fame? Good. Nope, they're not in Hall of Fame. They are interesting. Just a recent interview saying they should be in Hall of Fame by now, but they did wrestle in WWE, so I don't know why they're not. There's many incarnations of Midnight Express. There's the original. They get a second round.
Yeah.
And that's about it. But then you got Heavenly Bodies too. I don't think they should be in Hall of Fame at all. Those are jokes. I'm saying they should be, but they're not. They never asked them. I think Jim Cornette is also preventing them from going to Hall of Fame. That's what I think. Because what happened to him, he's trying to probably prevent them going to Hall of Fame because they can't put them in the Hall of Fame without Jim Cornette. That's what I think is stopping them being in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
That's what Stan says. Years ago.
Yeah.
He was asked that too. Says Jim Cornette's probably blocking it.
Two big name wrestlers, or two big guy wrestlers, King Kong Bundy and a guy that we've covered on this show before, Bam Bam Bigelow. Not in the Hall of Fame.
King Kong Bundy, maybe in the future. And who's the other one?
Bam Bam Bigelow.
Bigelow, future. As right now, no. Let me check. Money might be in there because I don't know because they didn't tell us a lot of the Hall of Fames. Is King Kong Bundy in the WWE Hall of Fame?
He's not.
Nope, he's still not. And let me check the email. Is Bam Bam Bigelow in Hall of Fame WWE? He's not. I'll do it again. Is Bam Bam Bigelow in WWE Hall of Fame? I hate this sometimes. No, not either. I don't know why on those two, but maybe in the future.
Yeah.
Remember, still got a lot of big names when I put in before them, so.
Yeah.
Bundy was a big name, but not enough name as John Studd was.
Yeah.
Because Bundy didn't last very long, like John Studd did when John Studd started in, I think 1980 before we started tagging with King Kong Bundy.
Right.
You still there?
I'm still here.
Yeah, screen again. I hear your voice. Let's go on. I don't care what screen looks like. I can still hear.
How long will it take for a Sable to get into the Hall of Fame?
She refuses.
Constantly refuses. Yeah, she
She
lets her
refuses.
husband go into WWE all the time.
Right, but that's a different story. Vince McMahon was sexually harassing a lot of women, sleeping with them, and Sable did not like it. And everybody else was starting trying, after she did the Playboy, trying to get with her. She couldn't stand the way women was treated in wrestling, so she left. If he can go in the Hall of Fame, no problem with that. He had no problem. But she's the one that has the problem still. She still doesn't want to go in the Hall of Fame because all the time she probably go in the Hall of Fame is all McMahons are out, including Triple H. I think it's the only time it'll be in the Hall of Fame. But as right now, she's still saying no. She's done.
Is William Regal still in WWE right now, doing stuff with WWE?
I don't think so. Last time I saw him was AEW. Is William Regal in the WWE right now? He works at they say he works as Vice President of Global Talent Development. He's working behind the scenes.
So he could
He's
be going
working
in
with
the
He's
Hall
working
of
with
Fame
creative.
soon.
He's working with the creative team. We're a creative team, basically. Is he's working with.
Okay, so he could be
That's what
going
he's doing
into
right
the
now.
Hall of Fame very soon then.
Yep, very soon. Yep.
Um, then we get Adrian Adonis.
He might be in. Let me check.
He's not.
You got it?
Yeah,
Looked it
he's
up
not
yet?
in the Hall of Fame yet.
Okay. I don't know. He never got married. Never had kids. On the other relatives, I don't know who's gonna accept it for him.
He has a
Because
family.
he's a secret homosexual. Is what he was. Because back then, he couldn't say it out there. He never married a woman. Never dated guys, but you know, when a secret came out years later. He was gay because everybody started coming out of the closet back then.
Let's see.
So, a lot of us back then were gay. Did not say anything. They just shut up. You know that what happens to him back then. You know what I mean? But then
Another
after
guy
he
that
died years later, he was gay. But
should go in right now is Sabu.
should be. He should go in. His uncle's in there. He should go in next. But it all depends.
Yeah,
Rob Van Dam should go in there too, but he's still not in the Hall of Fame yet.
yeah.
That's another person that should be in the Hall of Fame too. They're both
One
trained under the same person.
one man gang needs to go in one day.
Yeah, but I don't think it's going to happen.
You know,
Too many circumstances.
he's had so many different gimmicks that I don't know if he's going to go in.
Yeah, yeah. Too many different. Yeah.
Yeah,
I got a team, the Killer Bees.
yeah,
Brian Blair, Tim Brunzell. They might be good, but they were a good tag team at that time.
yeah.
You know? And they're made to big time, but Brunzell was trained by Vergania, so that should be a plus in there too, because he was trained by Vergania. That's why he was in the AWA for so long with Greg Guy as a tag team before he came to WWE. Brian Blair, he can be in there for commentary too. So he was commentating a lot of wrestling matches too. He could be in for announcer, commentator. Either way, they should be in there.
Here's a bit of a trivia question for you. Which Four Horsemen member of the original Four Horsemen was not actually inducted into the Hall of Fame when the Four Horsemen were?
Oli's part of the original Four Horsemen before he left because he had big arm at NWA and they fired him. And they placed him with Barry Windham. And then Barry Windham went solo, Lex Luger came in. But Oli's the only one that's not being all of that's not the horseman that was inducted. It was one with Barry Windham because Oli at the time in the NWA and they fired him. And they came back to WCW and they fired him again. His ego. You know? He wasn't really part of the whole horseman. He was just there to hire a hand, basically. He wasn't really part of the Four Horsemen according to J.J. Dillon. He was just like a hire hand to start it. He couldn't get another wrestler in there at the time. He was always the end of his career anyhow, so that was when the original was formed. And then, like I said, Ole left, Barry came in. He said he was ready to go to the next level. So,
Next is we have Dick Murdoch.
that's all you have to remember. But and Benoit, if we about Benoit, he's later for us, but he's never going to Hall of Fame. So there's two of them.
We're talking about the OG
Not
Four
going to Hall.
Horsemen, though.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. What about
Ole Anderson? It was part of the original Four Horsemen. That's the second. Like I said, it was Ole Anderson in there first. He left. They brought Barry Windham in.
okay. About Dick Murdoch?
That's
Why
how
is he not in the Hall of Fame?
You looked it up? You look it up yet?
I haven't pulled up, but it doesn't say why he's not in the Hall of Fame yet.
He's not in it?
Yeah, he's not.
And pull up that. Dirty Dick Murdoch in the WWE Hall of Fame. I gotta figure out mine. I'll give you this. Dick Murdoch in the WWE Hall of Fame. Get too many dirties in there. Wrestlers. Nope, not yet. But probably soon.
Okay.
Probably pretty soon.
Have you ever heard of a wrestler named Gory Guerrero?
Yes, that's the father. That's the head of the Guerreros. That's the one started wrestling organization. Started wrestling the Guerreros, and Guerrero Jr. and all the rest of them. That's the father. A promoter.
He's not in the Hall of Fame yet. Should he go in?
Yes. For his contributions. Bringing Mexican wrestling to the United States. Because he's the only one that did that at that time. Because there's no other organization in America that had Mexican wrestling at the time.
Do you think that?
So bring Lucha Libre high flying. At the time, there's no high flying stuff. Not like today. There's not much of it. But then when Mexicans start coming in, all the high young guys come in, that's when we started doing it. But Gory was the first one to start it, all the way back when. Because Eddie was wasn't a high flyer. He used to Little B Brawlers. They made him a high flyer. They continued on with that all over the world.
Do you think that?
Girl named Stardust.
Do you feel that Tommy Dreamer has earned his spot in the Hall of Fame yet?
Yes, but he's putting it off. He says not ready. When he's ready, let him know. Think he's going to put on there, but he says no. He wants to wait till it's the right time. If some of these wrestlers are waiting for the right time to get in the Hall of Fame when they retire and stuff like that, that's what these wrestlers are waiting for. Retirement.
Name a Pro Football Hall of Famer that was also a wrestler that needs to go into the Hall of Fame.
Oh, it needs to go in the Hall of Fame. Oh, okay. Let's see. The Rock.
Never played in the NFL. Remember, a pro football.
Wahoo McDaniels. He played pro ball. He's not in the Hall of Fame yet.
Football Hall of Famer, meaning that he got inducted into
Wahoo
the Hall of
McDaniels
Fame.
was a professional football player before he became a wrestler. He didn't play that much, and then long in the NFL because of an injury. He was in the NFL for a short time.
Right, Bam.
Tito Santana was a pro football player too for a short time. He should be in all of it. He's not in there yet. He should be in there. Like I say, the rest of them, the top one's been in there.
I'm talking
I was
about
thinking more.
a player who is currently in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, meaning that they played all eligibility years.
Steve McMichael is in the Hall of Fame.
Who?
Look it up. Steve McMichael is what we're talking about. He's going to the Hall of Fame next. Okay. Dave Mongo, Chicago Bears.
The player I'm thinking about is a Chicago Bear.
They're already planning on putting him in there already. They're gonna put him in there.
The player I'm talking about is part of the Chicago Bears, but it's not that Bear.
There's so many.
So
many to choose from. I can go right through the list about 2 hours before I figure out who it is you're talking about.
From the 1930s. 1930s.
Never watched football. I was
1920s and
even born yet.
1930s.
I didn't watch football in those years. I wasn't even born yet. My mom wasn't even born yet. Who is it?
Okay.
Say the name.
Bronco Nagurski.
Never heard of him.
Never heard of him.
I know he's in the NWA Hall of Fame, but I don't think ever WWE. The real old ones that weren't really popular in the 30s and 40s that did Inspire Wrestler stuff are the ones going to the Hall of Fame, and he wasn't one. He's in the NWA Hall of Fame, and that's about it. I don't think he's ever been WWE because I don't think everyone's heard of him. Remember, they go by popularity in the history of the wrestlers. You just go by because they wrestle. Or they're in the NFL. Because a lot of people are in Hall of Fame were in the NFL, but they did more wrestling when they came up. How about one that's still seeing this for years? The Jumping Bomb Angels.
Yeah.
Everyone said they should be in the Hall of Fame. Because Japanese women wrestlers were not taken seriously at the time. But then they started taking it seriously. They became tag team champions, and they lost them. But it brought women's wrestling more to the forefront because they're the next generation. That's when everyone started coming over from Japan, like Bull McConnell and all that, because they opened the door for more women's wrestling. Because from that time, women started to be taken seriously, and they were a serious tag team. They weren't just BS and like the other girls, where they actually did wrestling moves. That's why they got respect. They should be in the Hall of Fame, in my opinion. They continue to transcend, being it more popular for the audience. That's why you had women wrestlers coming in. But then it went back to TNA again, and then they started going wrestling again. So they should be in the Hall of Fame. Everybody's talking. They should be in the Hall of Fame. Everybody's talking about it.
Yeah.
In the Hall of Fame. They deserve it. They didn't last very long, but they're long. They have big history in Japan. They should be in there. Like Bo County wasn't in here. That wasn't in W that long, but she's in it. You know. Let's see if I can think of anybody else.
Argue Dean Malenko deserves.
Oh, how about this team? The Moondogs. They are not in the Hall of Fame, and they are legendary. The antics in the ring, they should be in the Hall of Fame. So is let's see, Tanaka, Toru Tanaka, and Mr. Fuji should be in the Hall of Fame. So Miss Fuji and Miss Saito should be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Both bad tag teams back then in the 70s. You know who Toru Tanaka? He became an actor. Ever seen a movie called The Perfect Weapon? Jess Bateman.
Yeah.
Remember the James Bond movie? The guy with the big guy in the James Bond movie. I forget which one.
Yeah.
There's two of them. He's the big guy. Yeah, he looked like Lion. That's Toru Tanaka. Became an actor after he left wrestling. Acted in a lot of films. Not a big star, but he acted in a lot of films after he left. And no, ladies and gentlemen, he's not related to Pat Tanaka. Sorry, they're no relation. I found that out years ago. I thought they were connected. Nope. Just had the same last name.
Okay.
I got one should be in the Hall of Fame. You might laugh. Playboy Buddy Rose. When he first started, he was serious, but then they make him joke afterwards. He was a serious wrestler, but then he got too overweight and made himself a joke. Towards the end of his career, so he couldn't do much because of his weight issue. But he was a really badass back there in the 70s, early 80s. I mean, he can hang with Hulk Hogan and everybody else. I mean, this guy could actually brawl and wrestle and do maneuvers. He should be in the Hall of Fame. He's another legend, in my opinion.
A guy that they did pay tribute to earlier this year for WWE, and was a big rival for WWE for a very long time, but was good friends with the people in WWE. Ted Turner is rumored to be inducted into the Hall of Fame.
It's going to be next year. This next year, if there's going to be a Hall of Fame, because remember, there's new allegations against two current members of the WWE staff, and might do them in. You know what I'm talking about?
No, I don't.
Tony Khan and Triple H, because of because the conversations they thought they deleted, but didn't check it inside the hard drive. That's what they found. Conversation. They went into the hard drive of the computer mainframe that stores everything that doesn't get erased. You don't do a deep drive.
Yeah.
And so they found that. So the attorneys found out. And now to go against them, they might be leaving WE soon too. So we don't know what's going to happen next year. If it could be a Hall of Fame. Because right now, everything's up in the air. Wants to sell these. Vince wants to buy it back. Everything's going haywire. It's losing its popularity too. It's going downhill. Staying steady, but still going down. But if you buy some last pay-per-view, we're low. A lot of people didn't buy last week's pay-per-view, main pay-per-view. It's very low. Because people leave in, all the stuff's coming out of it. Started to go downhill slow, very slowly. One.
Okay. So
Okay. Next name.
okay. So next non-Hall of Famer, I believe, would be Dean Malenko and Jim. Actually, on the topic of Ted Turner, Jim Cornette Jr. is not in the Hall of Fame. Founder of WCW. Why do you think that he's not in the Hall of Fame yet?
Who? Jim Cornette Jr. Never heard of
Jim Crockett.
You said Jim Cornette. Jim Crockett. I think he's in the Hall of Fame for the one of the other wings. Let me check. It was under the Crockett family. I remember they got put in. Is the Crockett family in the WWE Hall of Fame? No, not the whole family, so it might be just him. Is Jim Crockett in the WWE Hall of Fame? Might not be, might be. No, not yet. I thought they were. Sorry, I thought we were near the legacy. They're not. Not A in the Hall of Fame. There's his father or him. I just checked. Not in the legacy, right? I thought they were in legacy.
Yeah. Okay. And
they're not anyone in the Hall of Fame, so.
Yeah, the remaining ones I'm pulling up are so buried deep that I don't think they're ever getting into the Hall of Fame due to who they are. That is
Okay.
getting into the territory of Hurricane Helms, Lance Storm, Spoiler, John Laurinaitis, Dick Slater, Sandman, all those. There could be possibilities of some of these guys going into the Hall of Fame, but not very likely.
Nope.
Probably not in our lifetime.
There's one person that's probably never going to the Hall of Fame. I'll give you a sample. I'm going to give you something. He was an asshole wrestler. He's a nice guy. He became bounty hunter after he left wrestling. He's fired because of what happened to a reporter during a segment back in the early 80s.
Dave Schultz.
He got fined and suspended, and he fired him. Because Vince told him to do it. He became bounty hunter right after that. We watched Dark Side of Wrestling. You should know who I'm talking about. Don't look it up. I didn't look it up when you told me.
I already told you, Dave Schultz. Dave Schultz.
Yeah, I hear you say that. Yep. If you watch the Dark Side of the Ring, he did his own interviews. He's a bounty hunter, after he left wrestling for a while, and then he retired. But he won't be in WWE Hall of Fame because of what happened with the reporter. That's bad mojo. Vince told him to do it, but he said, look, misnighted it afterwards. Didn't know how far he was going to go. Even Hogan heard him say it. Right next to him. So you watch Dark Side of the Ring. I think it was last year or the year before. It's a whole episode on him. So. And now I hear you say Dave Schultz. Sorry, I was still talking.
Yeah.
He'll never be in there.
Another one that was, I think, rumored to be in the Hall of Fame, but was never inducted into the Hall of Fame was Umaga.
Who?
Umaga, Eddie Fatu. 3 minute warning. You cannot tell me you don't know who the Samoan Bulldozer is.
Who said Mongo?
Umaga.
Oh, your manga. You said manga. I said, you meant you manga. Yeah. He'll be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
He'll be in the Hall of Fame too. He was a good, he was a young Joe at the time, was a good tag team wrestler, then became a badass wrestler himself because he had the instinct, and he'll be in there sooner or later.
Definitely.
Why do you think I'm a rumor that he brought his kid in? I think next year he's going to be in the Hall of Fame and he's going to induct him. That's something's going to happen.
Yeah.
Like he'll help them in the Hall of Fame. It'll be Doug Boomer has it. It's going to be next year's Hall of Fame. It's already on the ballot.
Yeah.
So that's another wrestler for next year. He's too good of a wrestler. I mean, he continued the Samoan tradition before Roman came in. You checked the Vita so if you used to go at ECW, we're both in ECW. Check that out yet? When I sent you the ECW thing was when they were in ECW. That's hilarious. I forgot they were in there for a short time. Sent you on your messenger.
Yeah.
It's just a theme song. I can't find any footage of them wrestling yet. I haven't put it out yet. So that's the video that ECW did. They're coming in. Samu and Yamaga. That's pretty much how you got into the mainstream. Before you got back to indies again. We look it up. The only people in every Hall of Fame so far is Rikishi Fatu and Wild Samoans. That's it. The A Samoan fan members but in the Hall of Fame yet since then. Oh yeah, Peter Maivia, of course, head of the clan. How about him? I think that's it. Imaga's probably going to be next year. Looking for more, huh?
Let's see.
Let's see.
I got. I'm double checking on one. Hold on. Give me about 30 seconds here.
What else can I think of?
Okay, this guy's already in the Hall of Fame. I'm not going to ask about him.
What name was that?
Ned Bartwinkle.
Yeah, he is. He was in I think the same year that Vern. It was like a year after Vern Gagne got it. Because Nick Bockwinkel was a memorable wrestler. He's a thinking man's wrestler, just like Jake the Snake was. Got the holler, scream, or anything.
Yeah.
That's what I call a thinking man's wrestler. Who else is in the Hall of Fame? He's in there. He's in there. He's in there. He's definitely in there. I got it. Mick Foley is not in the WWE Hall of Fame. That person should be.
Wrong.
Huh? What?
He was inducted into the Hall of Fame over 15 years ago.
Oh, yeah. I forgot. Trying to think of every wrestler. I'm trying to think. It was hard to think because that was not in Hall of Fame.
13 years ago, inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I remember that now. Yeah, it was I remember. No, okay, that's a lot of wrestlers in my head. I'm trying to think. Some are in the Hall of Fame, some are not. But every time I think of wrestlers are in the Hall of Fame. Trying to think of the release. Angelo Musca, better known as King Kong Musca, former football player and NFL, became a wrestler in the 70s to early 80s and did a lot of accomplishments. Okay. He would break that really let left off. He kept going. He never wanted. He wants to get everyone a championship, but he brought a lot of matches. He went time limit draws a lot of places. He should be in the Hall of Fame. But for him, he worked with Hulk Hogan to make him better. Worked with everybody towards the 80s or the 90s before the big explosion. He should be in the Hall of Fame. I don't think he is, but you might want to look it up. I might be wrong. I might be wrong. Let me check. I think he's in it, but I'm not sure. And sometimes I'm mentioning old names and I don't remember their Hall of Fame or not. Some Hall of Fame inductees were not inducted on TV. Is Angelo Musca Jr. in WWE Hall of Fame? No. Angelo Musca Jr. in WWE Hall of Fame. Okay.
I don't think he is because I've never heard of him.
I have to look at. Yeah, football player. Just thank you. Let's see. Let's see. Let me put it up.
Neither him nor his father are in the Hall of Fame.
Right. I just looked it up. I looked on Wikipedia. Yeah, no. Well, he's more popular than his father was because he came from the football background. He came from the NFL. He's one of the bigger guys that did a lot of stuff.
Okay.
There's another wrestler that's never going to be in Hall of Fame. He's the only one out of Finland that's not going to be in Hall of Fame.
Okay.
Barry O. You know what I'm talking about?
Barry Orton?
Brother of Bob Orton. He's never going to be in Hall of Fame because what happened to him after he became junior, after all the problems he had. He's never, if they put him up, they keep turning him down. He'll never be in the WWE Hall of Fame. He's going to be, you don't remember not being it, he don't cares. That's another person not going to be in Hall of Fame. He was a German wrestler who helped wrestlers get better. Some of the Germans are in there already, but he's not going to be one.
What?
Here's Iron Mike Sharp because of that. There, Iron Mike Sharp either because of his attitude. He'll not be in there either.
What current WWE stars should go into the Hall of Fame once they retire?
Roman, Seth, Cena, I think Cody, because he's been doing better. I think Gunther, because he's bringing back all the scientific stuff, basically, and wrestlers. There's so many of them to name. I would name them all day. Those are my top 5. That should be in the Hall of Fame right now. They're coming bad guy. They're good wrestlers. You know what they're doing. Not like the other ones that are in right now. I don't know what they're doing, like Gable and a lot of people don't know what they're doing right now.
What about CM
They do
Punk?
what they don't. Maybe asterisk because of his attitude. Might not be him, Triple H, are starting to get along again, but they're avoiding each other. It happened last time he was in WWE. Him and Triple H had a fallout, and it's fired him.
Okay.
So they're still speaking, but they're not speaking. So I don't know. Triple H the one that brings the names up. So he has not brought his name up yet.
Okay.
He might be, might not be. It all depends what he thinks. You know, because a lot of people piss Triple H off and basically doesn't make sense. But what Punk might be. It has an asterisk on it right now. He might be in it. That's all I'm saying about that.
Okay. So on our next episode,
Rock will be in the Hall of Fame. Rock will be in the Hall of Fame no matter what happens. He'll still be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
No matter what.
So in our next episode,
Yep.
we could be talking. So there was a segment that me and Bobby Nose did called "Times That Wrestling Got Real," and we had to stop the episode
Yeah, some of
because
that,
it was
some things did get real.
because
Some to
there
get real.
were some topics in there that was going to get too long, including the injuries. So I think we are going to
Yeah,
follow
I
up.
tell you a lot of stories. I tell you a lot of stories of real wrestling events that really happened. I've
Yeah,
watched over the years that wrestlers actually said that did happen. I can tell you a lot of matches I
yeah,
saw that were real. I can believe they were thrown on TV. So
yeah.
a lot of real matches out there in the old days, I can tell you really about. It's like wrestlers wanted to do for real. So
Yeah.
like five, 6 matches if I remember on that. So probably saw some, probably didn't.
So,
I'm
so
saying
my
if you watch the old, probably just saw some, probably didn't.
yeah,
But they were real matches because they wanted them to be real. Plus, some people didn't like each other, became real
yeah.
after that.
So Mike, what I would recommend that you do at this time or in the week coming up is watch that episode of Times That Wrestling Got Real with me and Bobby,
Okay. Let, let, let,
and
let me get it so I can remember looking it up on YouTube. Times that wrestling got real. Let's see if it wasn't on here. Okay. That's Maven. What's the person's name?
it's on the Brook. It's on
I know,
my
I know, I know,
channel.
I know the person's name. I'm getting various names. Who's it by? I'm getting various names on it. And the emotional culture guy. I'm getting the Sportster. I'm getting
Um,
Maven. Wrestling flashbacks. That's what I'm saying. There's so many on there. Which person I should look
it's
up?
called Wrestling Gets Legit.
Wrestling gets okay. Wrestling gets legit. Let's see what shows it to me. Okay, that's Pro Wrestling Wikipedia.
It,
Fake.
again, it's on YouTube on my
Maybe
channel
it's showing. Maybe.
on this
I
channel.
know. I'm just looking it up right now because it's telling me it's on YouTube. There's so many YouTube videos. You already know who's it by. I'm seeing so many names. What's the person that did it? I might have to find you.
Yeah.
I have to look on the bus. I have to look under the page. I thought you said someone else's name.
No, no, no,
Oh,
no. I'm
I should even be
so
share the link. Okay, let me see. Okay, I'll look it up after.
yeah.
Try to watch it
I
sometime
just sent
too.
it to you. So
Yep. As I said, I
yeah,
couldn't.
yeah, yeah. So gonna need you to do
Okay,
some.
any wheel. Okay. Yeah, I can get you. I'm not you. Yeah, I can get YouTube. I'm not doing it yet until we stop. So once we stop recording, I'll hit it. They'll pop me to a different thing. Might get cut
Yeah,
off.
yeah, yeah. So
Like I said, I know a lot of
yeah,
matches became real. He might
yeah,
have covered some of them. I'm saying Mike, but some that are not even covered in I read them in criminal magazines that were real that weren't even on TV.
yeah,
And some one was so gross they couldn't even show it. They only show pictures.
yeah. So we talked about in intense time, and I had to cut about 15 minutes of that part one, um, due to timing and things, and we didn't even get to actually finish everything because there was just so much stuff that he begged me for part two. He begged me for let's do a wrestling gets real part two. So and he's even messaged me recently asking about when am I going to do the two thing, and I said, well, do you want to do it or do you want me to get Mike to do it? And he said it's going to be up to me, and I'm
What am I doing on that? I
very
can see
soon.
this guy. See what we can cover. Okay, see if we can cover this. Let me know what happens. I said I know a lot of matches. He probably mentioned a lot of them there because I seen one match I see
So
right now. I was one of the ones
yeah,
I was going to talk about.
so we
Bring
got
breaking down. That's what I was going to talk
yeah,
about.
so we got a wrestler's perspective of times that
Mm-hmm.
wrestling has got real and what they would do in that situation. Now we're
Mm-hmm.
going to get the fans' perspective of times that wrestling got real, and our
Mm-hmm.
fans' perspective of this.
Yeah. The ins and outs, you're probably surprised how much I know
Yes.
about the old days. You're probably surprised how much I know of the old days. Like I said, I've been watching wrestling since 1978 when I first got cable TV and I showed on New York City channel. Well, New Jersey channel was from New York State Madison Square Garden. Then the other wrestling stations came in and I started watching them. So
Yeah. Yeah.
I know a lot, but sometimes I might miss them.
Yeah.
You can feel it around.
But anyway, this has
I
been
watch it sometime this week when I get a chance.
okay.
So,
So,
but
um, other than that, this has been the Jazz Zero 08, also known as Jeremy J. Guillory. That's been in classic.